Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Connect with Eno. Today we're going to explore a very crucial topic because I feel like all our lives we have all been told that we should seek after happiness, we have to be happy. Happiness is the key to fulfilling a good life. But what if there is more to the story? What if there is more to life than chasing after happiness or trying to be happy? Because lots of us make so many sacrifices in the name of I want to be happy, I have to be happy, and eventually you find out that we are not happy. So today we're going to be talking about beyond happiness, finding meaning to life's messy moments. So I'm going to be going in depth of what life truly is all about. What are the other aspects of life that actually makes us know that we cannot be obsessed with being happy all the time. The more you chase after happiness, the more you get so sad and disorientated. So why exactly is this happening? So we're going to be going in depth of it. For the section 1, I wrote here that we're living in a culture that is obsessed with happiness. I mean, literally everybody is always saying that I want to be happy, please be happy for me. People have sold products and services to us using a lot of models just to make us know that, okay, if you buy this product, you're going to be happy. We are encouraged to buy such products because we feel like, okay, this is what is trending, and if I get this, I'll probably be happier. What exactly is driving this pursuit of happiness? When you're telling yourself that you want to be happy, what exactly is the motivation behind it? Because the motivation behind it is very, very important. Is it because we truly believe that happiness is the key to fulfilling life, or they're trying to fill a void? There is a way people tell you out there, maybe they are making a wrong decision and you're telling them that, are you sure this is the right decision? They'll be like, be happy for me, can't you be happy for me? There was a particular time that one of my friends wanted to enter a relationship, and I knew that this person was a toxic person, and I tried to warn her, I tried to tell her that this is not supposed to be so, but there's this way she was like, can't you be happy for me, you're my friend, and I was like, are you actually sure that you are happy? Because that's one thing I will ask you, because what you think is actually happiness might not be happiness, because eventually, to cut the long story short on the story, eventually she entered that relationship. Within few months, everything just died down. She just started getting depressed. So when you're talking about you want to be happy, you're chasing after happiness, what exactly is behind your motivation? Why are you exactly trying to fill this void that you feel inside of you, chasing after things, thinking that the latest brand will probably make you feel happy? It won't. There's a way the society talk about, when I get married, I'll be happy. When I get a car, I'll be happy. When I give birth to 5 children, I'll be happy. When I'm established in my career, when people know that I'm a celebrity, I'm going to be happy. Are you really sure? The truth is, yes, for a while, you might actually be happy about that level of progress, but eventually you find out that this void is still inside of you. You are still not satisfied. Then you move on to the next project. Okay, when I reach this level of height in my career, I will be happy. Bags, shoes, I have enough level of security, I own my own house, I'm going to be happy. When my family is complete, I'm going to be happy. Then eventually you find out that you're still not happy. So that means there is something wrong somewhere. The excitement will only last for a while. I remember when I got a new phone, I was so excited about it. I was like, wow, I'm getting a new phone. I'll be able to record my YouTube channel very well. I'll be able to do this, I'll be able to do that. Eventually, the excitement died down. There are days that I didn't even touch my phone. So I feel like this obsession that the society has about you chasing happiness, is something that we need to really, really check so we do not injure ourselves. What we call happiness paradox. It's like, we are so focused on being happy that we miss out of the little moments in life that makes life beautiful. We are so focused on being happy that we get more stressed, we are more anxious, we are constantly comparing ourselves to others, like, okay, if I can have this more than her, if I can get to where she is, I'm going to be happy. If people can recognize me as a celebrity, I'm going to be happy. If I can become an idol, I'm going to be happy. But the truth is, when you eventually get that thing that you're looking for, are you really going to be happy? This comes from this feeling that we have inside of us that we are not good enough. We are constantly comparing ourselves to others. You are telling yourself that with this little that I have, I'm not supposed to be happy. You are telling yourself, okay, maybe if I get this, I'll be happier. I'll be livelier. The truth is, striving for happiness, keep striving, keep making sacrifices and compromises. The truth is, it is an unattainable ideal of happiness. It's something that you keep chasing, and eventually you find out that it still cannot fill the void inside of you. It's a vicious circle. It's one that we cannot escape on our own. We need a new perspective. We need a new way of thinking. Then what exactly is it? If I'm not chasing after happiness, what exactly am I supposed to be chasing after? What exactly should be the source of my life? So those are the things that we're going to be exploring in today's episode of Connect with Eleanor. Please continue, kindly subscribe, share, let your loved ones know about Connect with Eleanor so that they can learn about it. Let's get right into the section 2, which is the power of meaning. Now I'm going to read some of the things that I wrote here, and I'm going to make emphasis on them. It says here that the meaning we put to everything matters, and that is true. Whatever you're doing, your perception of reality matters. The meaning you attach to the events in your life, they actually matter. So I'm going to link this back to happiness. Now, meaning gives our lives direction, and significance. It helps us make sense of our experiences, both good and bad. It is what gives you strength to keep going even when things get tough. When you attach meaning to something, let's say for example, someone breaks up with you due to one issue or the other, and you actually take this as an opportunity, like, okay, I think it was because I didn't work on my character, I was not mature enough. Okay, I have to work on myself to be a better person for the next person that is coming into my life. That is a perspective. Then somebody else can actually say that, okay, this person broke up with me, it means I'm not good enough, it means there's something wrong with me, what exactly did I do wrong, trying to repair the relationship. So the truth is, the perspective that we attach to things really matters. The way we see things, the meaning we attach to things really matters. It affects our mood, it affects the way we interact with others. So we have to be intentional. So when we experience happiness and the other side of it, there is meaning attached to it. So if you're telling yourself that when I get the latest shoe or the latest bag, that I'm gonna be happy, you have attached the meaning to it. There is a reason why you're saying that. Probably because you have seen others that they are so excited getting that bag, and you feel like, maybe if I get this. You are the one that gave meaning to it. While there are others that they might not really be using designer brands, but they are still satisfied because of the meaning they attach to it, because they know that their happiness is not supposed to be attached to the physical things of this life. As a Christian that I am, over time I've realized that many of these things that we chase after is not really what life is all about. The truth is, all these things will still perish one way or the other. So as much as it's very good to take care of yourself, wear designer brands, look good and have fun, you have to make sure that you do not attach your happiness to those things, because those things are very temporal. If you tell yourself that you're a celebrity, one thing can just happen and you lose your status. Something can just happen that will make you just lose that thing that you have. Then when you lose that thing, are you going to lose your happiness as well? So it is very important for you not to attach your happiness to material things or your career. Just make sure that your source of happiness is not the things that are that are in this world. Because I'm a Christian, so I will always emphasize on it. Sorry for digressing, but I have to say this. There's in the Bible that says that on a good day enjoy yourself, and on a bad day examine your conscience. God arranges both kind of days so that we won't take anything for granted. This is in Ecclesiastes verse 14, the Message translation. So this is letting us know that I never appreciate the light if there is no darkness. So if you've never been sad, if you've never been depressed, you cannot understand the value of happiness. When you examine your life and you feel like something is making you unhappy, find out the reason behind it. It might be like the meaning you attach to that particular event in your life is what is causing you to be unhappy. Let's say somebody is probably temporarily unemployed, and you attach this meaning like, okay, I'm not good enough, my mates are moving forward, and I'm still trying to seek this employment, and you start making yourself sad and miserable. The truth of the matter is that it is because you have attached meaning to it. That's the reason why it is disturbing you. Why another person can see it as an opportunity to work on themselves and say, okay, I'm going to do better, I'm going to keep applying, I'm going to keep working on myself. So it all depends on the meaning you attach to it. So one thing about life is that there are two sides to life. There's the happy aspect of life where you're so excited, and there's the sad part of life. That's just how it is. So at the bad side of life, you might not be able to appreciate the good side of life. So everything works together. Talk to celebrities and people that are making waves out there. They will tell you that it's a two-edged sword. As much as they're so happy that they have fans, they have people that are flocking around them, they also have an area of their life that they are not satisfied with. That's just the way life is. If you don't experience the bad side of life, you will not really know what it means to be happy. You won't even get the depth of what life is. So you have to accept both the good side of life and the bad side of life are actually really very important to our growth and our development. Truth is, various people have things that drive them. Various people find their meaning from different areas of their life. So many people find their meaning from their career. So many people find their meaning from their beliefs and their religion. For someone like me, I'm a Christian. I identify as a child of God. So I derive my meaning from the fact that God created me. I am His precious child. I'm the apple of His eye. So even if this world doesn't see me as someone important, I have a kingdom where I'm the princess. I'm God's daughter. I'm recognized there. So I derive my meaning from that, which means every other thing that I do in this life is backed up on that meaning. So many people, some people derive their meaning from relationships. Some derive their meaning from being associated with a cult, with a gathering. So then some people derive their meaning from a culture. Okay, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Australia. We Australians, we do this, we do that. We have different places where we derive meaning from. Like I said, for Eleanor, I derive my meaning from Christianity, giving my life to Jesus and being a child of God. So which means every other thing in my life revolves around it. So what a person derives meaning of is what determines how the person will see happiness as. For someone like me, because I know that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, I am a child of God, I am going places. Nations are going to seek after me because of the glory of God that is upon my life. So therefore, I am not disturbed when things don't go the right way, because I know I have backing, because I know that angels are surrounding me, because I know that favor will surely work for my good, because I know that my God will make all things work together for my good. God didn't say that I won't face trials, I won't face tribulations or things. There will be times where I'm not satisfied, but He said every of these things will be together for my good. So another person can say, okay, because I have this career, therefore I have this assurance. The person might see that level of success in their career as the place where they derive meaning. But like I said, if you derive your meaning from the wrong source, when that source crumbles, then your source of happiness, everything in your life crumbles. So be intentional about the foundation of what you are attaching yourself with. What is the foundation of your life? What exactly is the source of everything that you do? So it is very, very important. So many people derive their own from relationships. Some people that they are in a relationship with a celebrity. That's where their source of identity and meaning is from. So if something goes wrong with that relationship, they crumble. That's why you see so many people that they break up with someone and they lose their sense of identity, because their whole world so much revolves around this person that once this person just decides to break up with them like this, everything just crumbles. So like I said, the whole point of me making this episode is because I want every single one of us to go on a journey of finding our source. I would advise you, as a Christian that I am, to find your source from the living God. But like I said, life is a choice, and I'm not going to force my choice on anybody. But make sure that your beliefs are solid, because whatever is your source is going to determine how far you go. It's going to determine exactly whether your foundation will crumble or not. So now we have to be able to find meaning in life's messy moments. Whatever thing you're going through in your life right now, you have to be able to find meaning to it. You have to be able to attach a good meaning to it. That is what is going to help you to really, really move forward. For someone that just lost a loved one, it's so sad when we lose people in our lives. It's so sad when cancer and so many other diseases take people, and you tell yourself that why did I shouldn't have lost this person, why should I lose this person, I miss this person. But if you attach a meaning to it, like, okay, this person is at peace, I might not see this person now, but I will see them someday. But in the process of my own life, I will make sure that I maximize the time that I have, honoring this person by living a good life. That is another perspective. So you might feel the pain, you surely feel the pain, but eventually you get over it. And once in a while you remember that person, and you have this assurance that you're living a good life on their behalf. So that's another perspective to life. So we have to be able to embrace whatever mess that life, because life can be messy. I mean, it can be so frustrating at times. You understand that you tell yourself that I can't continue like this, I have to find happiness. The other day I was having a conversation with a man. I'm sorry for digressing, but I just want to share this story. And this man was like, okay, I've been married for almost 10 years now, and my marriage is not working out, my partner is not working together with me as a team. I'm so frustrated and all like that. I feel like if I get someone else, I'm gonna be happy. And I told this person, I said, as much as you're an adult, and I won't tell you what to do, obviously, as a counselor that I am, I will just make you comfortable and make you reflect whether that decision that you're making is actually the right one or not. So I told this person, I said, okay, so do you think that if you get somebody new now, you actually be happy? What's exactly the assurance that that person that you find, because this person is married, obviously, not like he's a single person, that still has chance to meet other people. This person is obviously under the covenant of marriage, and you're telling yourself that, okay, if I marry a second wife, I'm going to be happy. What exactly is that assurance that if you find another woman, you're going to be happy? Now, I didn't tell him, okay, whether find another woman, don't find another woman, but my own is that the excuse that he gave and the meaning he attached to it, like if he finds another woman, he's going to be happy. There is something wrong with that level. Just like if you're sad right now, even as a single, and you tell yourself that, okay, maybe if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna be happy, it's very wrong. You might tell yourself that, okay, I think it's time for me to be in a relationship, to meet new people, to explore other connections, so that I can be able to settle down and build a fulfilling life. That's a good source, that's a good perspective to relationship. But you attaching your source of happiness to someone, thinking that, okay, if you attach yourself to it, the truth of the matter, that person will surely disappoint you, because we are humans and we surely disappoint ourselves. But if you don't attach meaning to that thing, but if you attach the right meaning and the right perspective. So I have to tell this man, I said, you have to think about it well. What exactly is making you sad, and how can you work on it? You telling yourself that if you get another person, you're going to be happy is a mirage, because eventually if you marry another woman and okay, let's say you get a second chance at life, obviously, I'm not saying you will. The truth is that person might make you happy for a while, obviously, but there will still be times when you will have issues with that person, because this person is not a robot. So I'm not saying that you trying to explore other connections is right, is wrong. I'm not going to say that, but the truth is, I believe that the meaning you attach to it is entirely wrong. You telling yourself that because of you are not happy, that's why you want to get someone else. The truth is that other person that you will get might make you happy for a while, but you guys will still have issues. The person cannot make you happy 24/7. It's not somebody's job to make you happy 24/7. Like I said, for people that have been in so many abusive relationships, you can tell yourself that, no, this person keeps abusing me, I'm tired, I need to work on myself. Yes, detaching yourself from that relationship, then giving love another chance, you get. But you won't attach that new person that you met to your source of healing. Like, okay, if I meet a new person, I'll be able to heal from this toxic relationship. So do you get my point? So it's not about the decision you actually make to work on that messy situation, but the meaning, what is behind, the motivation behind that thing that you want to do. That is what is important. I always tell people, okay, if some people come and meet me and I want to do this, what exactly is your motivation behind it? So those are things that are very important. Another thing that I would say is that letting go of control. So many of us are perfectionists. We want everything to be perfect. We want our life to be perfect. We want our marriage to be perfect. We want our relationship to be perfect. You have to let go of perfection, because we are not perfect. We are humans. So you have to trust that life will unfold by itself. Whatever season you go through, be it rainy season, dry season, winter, summer, you will go through it yourself, and it can be difficult, but those are the things that will make you a better person. Those are the things that will make you grow into the person that God has ordained you to be. So try to tell yourself that in life you're going to be happy, you're going to be sad, you're going to experience all levels of emotions. That's just the way life is. It's going to be like a back and forth thing. So don't be afraid to embrace life's messy moments. For every experience that you go through, try to find a lesson from it. Take for example, let's say someone has been in an abusive relationship and or abusive marriage, and you decide to divorce this person. Obviously, you have decided that you need to start all over again. You can't continue like this. Now, before you enter a new relationship, try and heal from that previous one. Don't attach meaning that the reason why you want to marry this other person is because you want to be happy. No. Try and work on yourself, work on healing. When you're healed and your mind is okay, you're now fine, then you can now say, okay, I want to explore that connections, because I feel like life is not meant to be lived in isolation, so I want to find another person. But if you tell yourself that, okay, because I want to be happy right now, because I want to overcome this breakup, this person will now become like a rebound. That's why so many people that you see that they divorce their partners and they find other people and they are doing well, is because they realize that this person is not a rebound. I've healed, I've worked on myself, and I've decided to move on and make life with another person. But most of the people that tell themselves that really they get divorced to someone, they just jump into another marriage like that with another person, and thinking that this person will give them happiness, and if this person does not disappoint them, they will start getting angry and all like that. So every situation, every bad thing that you go through in life, you have to be able to resolve all these things before you start making a new decision or attaching yourself. Process those emotions, work on yourself before you attach yourself to another person. So another thing that I would say is that be compassionate. What I mean is that be empathic towards yourself. I mean, we are humans, we all go through life. The way we grieve is different, the way we go through difficulties is different. Try and acknowledge that you're human, and this is just a phase in your life that will pass. So when you're feeling that unhappiness, that level of unfulfillment, you have to be intentional about your perspective. So another thing that I would say is that what are the things that makes you know that, okay, life is more than this, is that you have to practice gratitude. You have to make sure that the source of your life is, let's say for example, you're somebody that you want to work on your purpose, you want to work on your career, and you're telling yourself that I want to do this because I want to make other people better, I want to make other people's lives better, I want to be a source of joy to others. That is a very good motivation, because your life does not revolve all around you. There was a particular celebrity that I watched his interview, and it was like the reason why I became a singer or an idol, so to say, is because I really want to make people happy. I really want to be there for people, so that anytime people are down, they can listen to my music and make them feel better and make them go through the day. I mean, that is a good meaning. So everything you do, there must be motivation behind it. For someone like Connect with Eleanor, I do this not because I want money or because I want connection. So those things are things that I actually need in my life presently, but they are not the source of the things that I do. They are not the meaning that I attach to the things I do. I do Connect with Eleanor because I want to help others, because I want to be a source of inspiration, because I want to be that person that you can rely upon. Anytime you're having a bad day, you can just go back. Anytime you're having issues with your relationship, your life, boundaries, so many of the other episodes that I've made, so that you can learn from it, so that I can be that person that is like your friend. So that is the motivation. Some other person might say they open a YouTube channel because they want to make money. There's so many things that people attach to the things in their life. So that is what keeps me going. You understand? So whatever you attach, whatever is the source of every decision you make, is what will keep that decision, whether it will be a temporal thing or it's going to be a permanent thing. So I'm going to be giving us the key takeaways of today's episode of Connect with Eleanor, so that you can, gather everything together. The first thing is that the pursuit of happiness can lead to misery. Then meaning is what gives our life direction. You have to be able to find the source of everything you do. What is the foundation? What is the motivation behind every decision you make? It is very important. Then another thing is that we can find meaning in life's messy moments. In times when you feel sad, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, you're feeling all levels of emotions. The meaning you attach to it is what determines whether you're going to be happy or not. So happiness does not depend on the physical things that you have, but the meaning and the perspective That is the conclusion of today's episode. The meaning and the perspective you attach to things, those are what determines your happiness. So when you attach your source of happiness to mundane things that are in this world, you find out that you still have that void inside of you. But you know, when you attach your source to something that is stable, that is grounded, for someone like Eleanor, it is Christ Jesus is my foundation. That's why no matter what happens around me, I am still solid, I am still standing, because the source of my inspiration is Christ. So many of us have other things that we find out. Just make sure you find your source, and make sure it's something that is stable, something that can last you a lifetime. You understand? Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Connect with Eleanor. I hope you've been able to get at least 2 points or 3 points or something that can help you along the way. My point of this episode is just that find your source, please. Find your source. Happiness is not something you keep chasing, making so many compromises, all in the name of I want to be happy. And eventually when you make that compromise, you're not happy. So my advice for you, my admonishment for you in today's episode of Connect with Eleanor is that find your source. Whatever that is going to be. Although I advise you use Christ as your source, which I use as my source anyway, but you can surely find your source. Whatever source you're going to find as an individual that you are, go on that adventure to find your source. And when you find that source, make sure you are grounded in it, because that's what's going to determine how far you go. Because if you keep attaching negative meanings to the things that happen in your life, if you don't see the bad things that happen in your life as an opportunity to grow, if you don't see life from that perspective, you're going to have issues. Your perception of reality matters a lot. It's going to determine so many things. So please, let's work on this. Let's find our source. Stop chasing after this mirage of when I do this, I'm going to be happy. You will not be happy eventually. That's just it. So believe me, I love you guys so much. I'm doing this just because of you, because I want you guys to be grounded in your life. There are times in life where you'll be happy, there are times you'll be sad, there are times you face so many levels of emotion. So please, let's stop in the bid to find happiness, compromise, or do so many things that eventually you'll still not be happy. Let's find a way to fill that void by finding our source, whatever that is. So thank you so much for watching today's episode of Connect with Eleanor. I hope you have learned so much, because I have, by helping you guys, I'm also helping myself. So I love you guys so much. I will see you next week, working on it, finding your source. But in case you found your source and you want to share it with us, please go to the comment section. Share it with us. Let us know how you think. Let us see your perspective about life. Let's see what exactly is your source in the comment section, so we can discuss it as a family. So I love you guys so much. I celebrate you. So in case you want to get across to Eleanor, you obviously know my Gmail, connectwitheleanor@gmail.com. Go to our Telegram page, our Instagram page at Connect with Eleanor. Go to I'm also on TikTok, Connect with Eleanor. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I celebrate you. Before you go, please kindly like, share, subscribe. Let your loved ones know. Like I said, the source of Eleanor is not it's not all these mundane things. I want to be a source of inspiration to you, but I also need subscribers, guys. Please help me, help my life. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I celebrate you. Have a wonderful post Valentine, because I had so many drama happening Valentine. So you guys enjoy yourself. I love you. Bye.